The road to the 1996 Winston Cup Championship most definitely comes through Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to live coverage of the UAW-GM Quality 500 today on TBS Sports. The man who has everything to gain today is the defending series champion, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon has a winning streak on the line, 3 in a row. 1 year ago, Charlotte wasn't kind. A broken driveline put him behind the wall and cut into his championship advantage. What happens today could impact his bid for back-to-back titles.
Jeff Gordon came to Charlotte with a points lead, but he has not been happy with his car here. So this morning they changed the engine, 3 springs, 4 shocks. They built a brand new car, basically. And boy, has he got some tough competition behind him.
Over the last 2 weeks, Terry Labonte has done everything to beat Lady Luck, including miraculous repairs in the pits. He has a history of finishing strong at Charlotte. With Luck on his side, he could regain valuable ground on his teammate Gordon in the championship point race.
Terry Labonte is buckled in, ready to go. He's been strong in 1996. 20 top 10 finishes, 17 top 5s, but there's one number he needs to change. Amazingly, he's never won a Winston Cup race at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Finishing third after starting 30th last week at North Wilkesboro kept Dale Jarrett in the championship hunt. He won here in May. Can he recapture the magic and bring himself and Robert Yates Racing closer to a championship?
Dale Jarrett, he's in the car he won here with in May. He's been incredibly happy with his practice times all weekend long. I spoke to him earlier when he was strapping in. There's no doubt that Dale Jarrett feels like this could definitely be victory number 5.
Both days, and let's take a look at the entire starting lineup. The Texaco Haviland starting grid for today with Bobby Labonte in the Joe Gibbs car on the point, and Jeff Gordon currently number 1 of the points alongside. Jeremy Mayfield qualified in 3rd spot with Bobby Hamilton next. In row 3, Todd Bodine and Jeff Green, his 2nd best qualifying effort of that brief Winston Cup career. Row 4, it's Jeff Burton and Ricky Craven. Row 5, Ernie Irvan, who led everything but 6 laps back in '93, and Dale Jarrett. Going to row 6, there you have Michael Waltrip, and along with him comes Mark Martin, defending champion. In row 7, it's Robbie Gordon, his 5th career Winston Cup start, and Ward Burton. In row 8, it's Morgan Shepherd, twice a runner-up in this event, and Terry Labonte, currently number 2 in the standings. Row 9, it's Johnny Benson Jr. from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Rick Mast, dad of new twins here this week. Row 10 is Ted Musgrave in Lake Speed. For row 11, it's the great Bill Elliott, 84 and 87 champion here. Brett Bodine's alongside. In row 12, Rusty Wallace, the 88 winner of the 500, and Hut Strickland. Row 13, Bobby Hillen Jr. and Jeff Bodine, winner of this event in '91. Row 14, the 89 winner, Ken Schrader, and Pennsylvania's Jimmy Spencer. Row 15 is Dick Trickle and Chad Little. For row 16, John Andretti is there, and Billy Standridge. In row 17, it's Sterling Marlin and the 80 and 86 winner, Dale Earnhardt. Row 18 is Greg Sachs and Derek Cope. In row 19, you have Wally Dallenbach and Loy Allen Jr. For row 20, it's Ricky Rudd, looking to keep that winning streak alive through 13 years of a win each year today. And Kyle Petty's there. Row 21 is Kenny Wallace and Robert Presley, and the 81 winner, Darrell Waltrip, provisional starter, as a former champion starting out back. Now there are 5 angles. You go down here into the 24-degree banking of turns 1 and 2, and the number 1 car coming in for a moment. That's Rick Mast. There you see the 3 car in, and this is what happened yesterday to Dale Earnhardt. There he is, getting loose, coming around. That was yesterday morning. Front clip and rear clip, they just loaded it back up, and thus he is on the back of this field with Rick Mast. Canada Charlotte Motor Speedway. Gigantic crowd on their feet to send them on their way. 43 strong. Coming to the line with 5 provisional starters in the back of the field. Have ourselves a green, and on the rollout, Bobby Labonte had that pole by 1.5 miles, staying right with him as Gordon into 2.
him going down the back straightaway. Jeff Gordon is running door to door right now with Bobby Labonte as they go down into turn 3, and right behind them, Todd Bodine in the red and white car there, the 27.
Well, buddy, you know, Jeff Gordon's trying to lead that first lap. He wants that 5 bonus points going in. He's a championship deal, and he's going to lead the first lap.
Going for 4 in a row. It's happened a few times in modern history with Earnhardt, Yarborough, Walter, Gant, Elliott, and Martin. They've all won 4 in a row. Take a look here. Down on the inside, the 27 trying to move its way through, and that's Todd Bodine.
Look for Todd Bodine to really put on a huge race here today. He does not have a ride for the upcoming season, and right now what he would love to do is get himself in a position. Oh, he's sideways as he comes off turn 4.
Right in the middle of traffic in the opening laps. He spins all the way around. He's trying to get it back. There goes Brett Bodine spinning as well into the outside wall, and 2 of the Bodine brothers getting loose.
Well, believe it or not,
Rick Mass collected as well. Doesn't look like any damage on Rick's car as he comes back out.
what's amazing there, Ken, they all spun. Todd spun coming off of 4. I don't believe anybody severely got hit in that wreck. I think they're going to be fine.
Well,
What happened here?
You see him just the back of the car got sideways. Bobby Hamilton may have touched him as they started off turn 4, but around goes Todd Bodine. Now it's just chain reaction behind there.
Yeah, what you obviously see, buddy, as soon as they seen that all going, everybody headed down pit road trying to avoid the incident.
Another angle of that incident.
No, he's lost the back end way before Bobby Hamilton got there. That's a wonderful part of a replay. From up here, it looked like they might have touched. That replay totally shows that Todd Bodine just lost the back of the car and around it came.
Buddy, definitely with all your experience, you know, and the limited time I have, that when those cars run side by side, guys kind of jam each other up. It takes the air off that rear spoiler, and, you know, it made the car loose. It looks like the 29 cars had some little damage on the rear of the car. And
there's Jarrett's car. It got some damage there, and down on pit road, a lot of work is going on the 29 as they try to get going with car angle of what just transpired. Boy, Brett Bodine kept it off the wall, huh?
I think
that Lowe's car.
Well, it looked like Brett.
How well Terry Labonte gets through traffic.
And here comes Earnhardt.
Oh, trouble in turn 4.
Up in the wall.
Jeremy Mayfield slaps the outside of turn 4, brings it to a halt. Ooh, he really got into it. Going to be a short day for the Cranifus car. Jeremy Mayfield bringing out the caution, second one of the day, as they'll complete lap number 18.
Looks like you're looking in from Brett Bodine's car, and he just might have cut a right front tire down there. Let's look at another angle here from that wreck.
Tail end of it.
Tail end of it, yeah. Looking at it from the backside there, it appears that Jeremy cut a right front tire down. I didn't see him really get together with anybody, and you know, this place you're running so fast down in the corner, once you cut a right front down, it just does not turn.
8th major race day crash for the Cranifus Haas team this year, which Jeremy Mayfield out of it. They're building 3 new cars.
Darrell Waltrip has looked so much better. I think the team's coming together. We'd love to see Darrell Waltrip up in the fray here before it's over.
I know a guy who used to run awful fast with Waddell leading his program.
Oh, take a look at this for the lead.
Scared me.
Ricky Craven in the 41 slams it to the inside, and he's going to be leading coming down out of turn 4. Newburgh, Maine's Ricky Craven. Got to put a lap on Schrader, bringing Gordon into second. Spencer in third. Terry Labonte in fourth. Sterling Marlin up in there, riding fifth, having a very looking at the battle between Gordon. Jeff Gordon in third, and right behind him, Bobby Labonte in fourth. Mark Martin in fifth, and there may be a story developing here at lap 170. Big story on Jeff Gordon. Let's go to Steve Burns.
Ken, you're right. This may be a major story in the championship points race. At the top of the broadcast, we talked about how Charlotte had been a tough racetrack for Jeff Gordon. He has 2 DNFs here in 7 career starts. He radioed into the crew and said, guys, the motor may be missing. It may be an ignition problem. We understand that he has switched to a backup ignition system. Jeff said that has not helped the problem.
A year ago, at lap 139, drive shaft problem. He was exiting pit road, as you'll recall. He lost 14 laps and wound up 30th in this race. And And again, there may be problems developing on Jeff Gordon's Rick Hendrick car. And there's liquid off one of those cars coming back.
It's definitely showing up on Mark Martin's rooftop camera there. So it's kind of like Mark's backed up a little bit from there just to stay away from him, because he was right up in that battle. And he might be seeing something, of course, we're not seeing. Get his consecutive win this year.
I was watching Jeff Gordon going in the corner there. He was using his hand signal to let Bobby Labonte know to go to the inside. I don't know whether he's having a problem or not, but I think I see a little bit of smoke out of the back of that car also.
Off turn 2. We can get more on that story. Back to the pits.
Yeah, Ken, Jeff Gordon just radioed in and said the water temperature is pegged. We need water. There's a lot of activity down here in the pits. I won't be surprised to see him come in here soon.
We see water all over Mark Martin now. There's no question that is coming from that Jeff Gordon car. That's got to be scary stuff. 190 miles an hour. You're on these slick tires. Oh.
Ken, he don't have laps to wait either. When it starts coming out of that overflow, he'll be coming in this lap, I'll guarantee you.
Jeff Gordon, who is running in 4th position now, about to come in. Only 2 cars are out of the race. And this could be a big problem for Gordon with just Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta to decide the championship. The crowd is on their feet. They sense that this could be a major pivotal turn in those points again. Gordon had made that big swing up over Terry Labonte. It may be going the other way right now.
You can see him on pit road, right?
Here's Steve.
Yeah, Ray Everingham said, let's go check the water first and take gas. They're not going to mess with any tires. And you can see steam and water billowing out of the hood.
Right now they got a pressure tank on the other side of the wall. They're forcing water into the motor unit right now. That quick disconnect where the gentleman couldn't get it plugged in quick enough, and they're squirting water into the radiator, cleaning the grill off, trying to cool it down, and to flush cool water into the motor.
Lap down.
I'm telling you, usually when you have to do this during the race, just a little bit of water don't fix this problem. I'm afraid Jeff Gordon's in a lot of trouble right now. Terrible.
Do not try this at home.
Yeah. You ain't aim for that apron down there, but you definitely don't.
Got trouble. Ernie Irvan is in the wall. Oh, got snagged again, and savage crash.
Right, you got Robbie Gordon gathered up and Hud Strickland, I believe. I can't tell if that, or maybe that was.
Looks like Jeremy Mayfield is in it.
That's John Andretti. I'm sorry.
John Andretti.
Yeah, could be. Kind of looks like Rick Mascar from here. It looked like Ernie had lost the car up in the corner and then got hit really, really hard after he'd spun down the banking.
Ernie Irvan, who was running in 13th position, into the wall on the outside of the second corner. Comes down. Is that Rick Mass climbing out?
Can't really tell from here.
Believe it is. Here's the 33 Presley coming in. There's damage on the left side of that car. And it gets deathly quiet around the Charlotte Motor Speedway after a hard crash in that corner. Crowd tensing as they saw the brutal conclusion of that incident.
You can see Ernie Irvan spinning off of 2 there. It looks like the car just got away from him for some reason, unless he had a tire problem or something coming off. His car starts to come back down the racetrack, backs down. Robbie Gordon catches him there, spins the top of the car around, and it looks like John Andretti hit him viciously hard in the left front wheel there. I believe that was John Andretti that got into him. It's hard to tell from right here.
That's almost the same spot where Johnny Benson came into the side as the leaders pull on the pit road now.
What you're going to see coming up right here now is where Robbie Gordon catches him and turns the car back down the racetrack. Yeah, it was John Andretti. Extremely hard hit.
Just in front of the driver's door.
Yeah, thank goodness.
By about a foot, thank goodness.
Car we're saying that was Robbie Gordon were looking at. That was
he hit extremely hard head on into the inside wall.
Hard hit for Gordon.
Those 3 cars have hit extremely hard.
Activity on pit road, and we'll update you on the story in a moment. It came at lap 210. What happened here in turn 2. There's Ernie Irvan's car spinning, and there's the terrible impact. And this car that is on the outside that crashes heavily into the wall.
Under caution at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on TBS Sports today. We're looking at the backstretch of the racetrack from our Duralube aerial platform. The guardrail back there was broken by Robbie Gordon when his 14 car came down across the racetrack and plowed into the wall, apparently out of brakes, knocked part of the cement wall down. So we're going to stay under caution for a few moments while they repair the wall. We'll show it to you one more time. Gordon with a hard lick into the wall. He was involved when Ernie Irvan got loose up in turn 2. Here's how Robbie Gordon just missed one race car. Another one, Bobby Hamilton just misses him. Watch the 14 nose first into the wall. Wow, a hard impact, a real neck stretcher for Robbie Gordon. And that took part of the cement wall down, so there is a problem back there, and they'll fix that wall before we can go racing once again. Ernie Irvan's car.
Larry McReynolds, the crew chief, just walked out of the infield care center. What can you tell us about Ernie's condition, Larry?
Well, you know, I certainly don't want to give you any wrong information. You know, I certainly want to give you all the positive information I can. But, you know, he was talking to him. His vital signs was all good. And the best sign that I saw is they want to take him to Carolina Medical Center just for precautionaries, just to check some things out. But they took him in a regular ambulance. And to me, that was a good sign that they didn't fly him out of here in the helicopter. But, again, he got out of the car on his own, and vital signs was good. And, you know, be back at Rockingham.
Okay, Larry, that is good news.
It's time for the Auto Week in racing. Saturday's Busch Grand National event, a familiar scene at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mark Martin dominated the day, winning a record-tying 3rd Busch event in a row at Charlotte. David Green was the Busch Series point leader coming in, but he was involved in a serious turn 4 wreck and had to be flown to the hospital. He was not seriously hurt. Green, meantime, finished 40th. But his title nemesis, Randy LaJoie, raced home in 6th. LaJoie now leads the series standings by 50 points with 2 races left. Now, yesterday, the NASCAR Craftsman.
He'll be lucky to get back. The right front corner on Gordon's car was mashed all the way in on the wheel, so he has a big problem.
Steve Burns can tell us more.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon radioed in and said that the 78 car of Billy Standridge hit him. They also think that the motor is continuing to get worse. The water temperature is climbing.
Boy, that point battle between Terry Labonte and Jeff Gordon intensifies and heats up as they get ready for Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta for the grand finale. Let's take a look at Jeff Gordon in trouble here.
That was a major hit on the outside wall there. You could see he really tagged the wall as he went up the racetrack.
Brett can change quick in a race like this.
And with so many cars still out here active in the event. 90 is in the wall, big time. Another car crashing hard.
Bobby Hillin.
Hillin's number 77. That's turn 2, and for the second time, caution is out for a major incident. There's Bobby Hillin of Midland, Texas, lying in the center of the track, and Dick Trickle's number 90 involved as well.
You can see the tire there. It looks like maybe a wheel broke or something, or I'm not exactly sure, but you can see a part of the wheel there on the inside of the racetrack.
Another look at this incident just taking place in turn 2.
And see, Trickle had lost it and backed up into the wall already, sliding along the wall. Starts to come back down the racetrack, car starting to turn. Come down slowly here. Just kind of like we seen with John Andretti and Ernie Irvan. Hillin was going to the bottom of the racetrack, and the 90 car come down, and they made contact.
Replay from Ken Schrader's Budweiser car of this incident, and we'll show it to you in just a moment. As you look again at the Heilig-Myers number 90 up on the high side, and there's just a piece of that car getting collected by the Bobby Hillin car. And now from that in car, take another look.
Well, you see Kenny Schrader getting down in the corner, and it's pretty hard to tell. Trickle's done turned around and back up the wall, and then you see Hillin going to the bottom, and that's where the two get. Tell you what, right here is where Hillin comes back across the racetrack. A few guys were awful lucky.
Just in that same group was Laurie Allen. Now he went high, then low, and made it through.
At this point, he's going to win the race, but Mark's had some very consistent finishes here of late. Top 5, top 5, top 5, you know.
That's a misleading part when you say a guy hadn't won a major speedway race this year. That don't mean that he's had a bad year. Mark Martin's run quite well in many events.
Getting down to the end of this one, Terry Labonte looks like he's headed for his 8th top 5 finish with a couple laps to go in his last 9 races as he continues to put the pressure on Jeff Gordon for the national championship. Rockingham coming up in a couple of weeks, then Phoenix, Arizona, and then it all closes out in November at Atlanta. Well, except that we're headed for Japan. See what's going to happen over there. That's a very exciting new race for NASCAR.
I've learned a new word in Japanese.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah.
It took a lot of work to learn
And that's going to be about the extent of it.
I suppose you do. White flag is out.
Last lap for Texas, Terry Labonte. Headed for win number 18. Came in here second in points. 111 behind Gordon. So we're getting down to the end of this one. And as they come across that second spot, will be Mark Martin, followed by Jarrett. White flag is out on the field.
Well, I hate to say I said this at the start of the show, but I said you can lose this title in a hurry. Anything can happen. Down to the flag comes Terry Labonte.
Checkered flag is out, and Terry Labonte has done it again. Terry Labonte, who won at North Wilkesboro, comes right back and does it. A second win of the season. 10th place battle coming to the line. Here's Bill Elliott down on the inside. It's going to be Michael Waltrip. Great run for Michael Waltrip today. Points.
You can see Terry Labonte leading the race.
Yes, leading this race, winning this race, and Jeff Gordon leads Labonte by 1 point. His first win at Charlotte. And Labonte comes to within a single digit of tying Jeff Gordon for the national championship with 3 to go on the Winston Cup season.